Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals and welcome back to my channel. I have a journal with me video for you today featuring this beautiful doily that I got from Nbeads. So a little while back I did an unboxing video with a package that I got from Nbeads, and there were so many of these doilies. I didn't realize that there would be so many, but I love getting them in bulk, and they're a nice large size, a bit larger than I was expecting. But you can definitely fold that, and that's what I've done, folded them in half or folded them a little bit less than half and turn them into journal pages. I have also folded them in half so that they can be pocket pages, and I've shown that many times how to do that on my channel. But yeah, that's one of my favorite pages or page types to put into journals is a doily. But for this video I wanted to show you something different, another way to use doilies, and that is in your journaling for your page spreads. So this year in particular, or I think at the end of last year, I was really getting into using doilies in my page spreads. So I've been using all different types of doilies, round ones, different shaped ones, different sizes, gold ones. I like different coloured doilies, and I like to rip them up, I like to cut them, I like to use the full size, all different ways. And I love using them for collage, especially for layering. So I'll either place something like a book page down first and then put a doily on top, and then maybe a photo on top of the doily. That's one of my favorite ways to use doilies. But for this page, what I did was use it as a background. So I just cut it to the square shape of this journal, and I love seeing that decorative, I don't know what you call it, the fringe around the edge. And then I've just pulled out a few things here. These are items that I got from Janine from a beautiful birthday mail. So if you're watching, Janine, thank you so much. I've been loving using your items in various projects. And I'm just going to create a bit of a collage on the page. And there's this music paper, so I definitely wanted to include some of that. There's this wrapping paper that looks like vintage wallpaper, and there's this postcard. So I always knew I wanted to use this postcard in a project, and I love that now is the time. It's got this beautiful ocean scene with the palm trees, and I love the beach, and I love the colour of the ocean with that teal blue, so it spoke to me for that reason. So I did know I wanted to save that for something. And then I'm just going to kind of build up the layers behind this central feature image. So I'm just going to put the music paper behind there, and I like the contrast between the white doily and more of the vintage tone of this paper. I did also coffee dye a whole bunch of these doilies, so that's another thing you can do. If you have white doilies, you can use them white, or feel free to coffee dye them, and they come up great with that coffee dyed colour. And then I just lay the music paper down on the back, and then I'm going to rip up some of this wrapping paper with the beautiful floral design, and I will stick that behind the music paper as well. And I actually had no idea what I was going to journal about on this page. I was just trusting the process. I knew I wanted to use the doily. I sort of had an idea that I wanted to do some sort of collage layering with the doily, and I knew that, well, I just saw the postcard and I was like, all right, let's use that. And it's a postcard of Hawaii where Janine comes from. And then I thought, okay, for the rest of the collage and the layering, I'll use items that came from Janine. And then from there, as I was just doing this process, putting the pieces on the page, my brain was working for me in the background, and I realized, oh, this is a page about travel, or a page specifically about America. So this package came from America. So yeah, my brain was just having fun in the background. Like I wasn't intentionally necessarily thinking about what am I going to do. It just naturally came to me that, oh, okay, I'm going to journal something about travel, and then more specifically about America. And what I ended up journaling about was my little, I call it like secret dream. Everyone knows about it though. I guess secret's the wrong word. My dream that is kind of a dream, but I'm not going to be devastated if it doesn't happen. My dream, my, not secret, what's the word? I need to find the word, where I feel like it, my silly dream, maybe that's more what I'm thinking of, like my outrageous dream, my dream that kind of sounds a bit ridiculous, a bit far-fetched. I don't know, because I've never travelled before, I've never been outside of Australia. And up until I was in my 20s, I never wanted to travel. I only wanted to stay just at my home, pretty much. So yeah, here's a little tip as well. Get your pen or pencil and just mark the corner. If you are doing a collage and you want to remember where to place it, just mark the corner, and then that will show you every time where to put that piece. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, my silly secret dream, or whatever you want to call it, was to spend like a gap year, or just spend a year in America, specifically in Portland, Oregon, because some of my favorite writers and my most inspiring writers that I get so much inspiration from have lived in America, and lived in America. They're from America and they've lived in Portland, Oregon, and just hearing about the culture of Portland, Oregon really appeals to me. How it's kind of, I guess, free-spirited and big on self-expression and intellectual and open to new ideas and perspectives and that kind of thing. I love intellectual discussion and having an open mind and all that kind of thing. I just got this stamp as well that says USA on it, and thought that tied in perfectly, and it's blue, ties in with the theme, with the blue colour scheme. And yeah, so I thought I could really thrive in that sort of environment, that sort of culture, where I could be intellectually stimulated and learning and being challenged and that kind of thing. But my dream was to live in like a studio writer's apartment for a year and go to bookshops and spend my time in cafes, coffee shops, and work on a memoir. So that would be my aim. Like, yes, to experience that lifestyle there, but really to, do that whole self-discovery, get to know yourself, because when you are in a different place, you definitely get to know yourself better. And then write a memoir about faith, about my life, about life lessons, all that kind of thing. And then since I've had this dream for quite a while, and since then I have discovered psychology in Seattle, and when I was looking at the map, I'm like, oh my gosh, Seattle's like not very far away from Portland, Oregon. I could just have a trip up to Seattle, maybe meet Kirk and Berto. And I also like how on the map it's not very far from California, because I always say if I went to America, the place I'd like to go is California, LA, San Francisco, the beach scene there. That's kind of where I'd like to go most. And then also Canada. I discovered not that long ago that I have relatives in Canada, like distant relatives in Canada. And they said if I ever wanted to visit, I have a place to stay with them. So that'd be cool to see them, and they'd show me around Canada. And so I was just like going on this little dream tangent there. Who knows if it will ever happen. But another thing was, we had this idea, the Willow ladies, that would hire a bus, the Willow bus, and I'd go visit all my Willow subscribers and patrons, and would craft together on the bus, and would just go from place to place visiting and picking up Willow ladies, and travel around America, meeting them all and crafting together. So that's my little America daydream. Hope you enjoyed this page spread. Go check out Nbeads. There's a coupon code below for their website, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in September. I could not do this without you, so thank you so much for allowing me to create and share videos for yet another month. If you'd like to become a patron in October, the link will be below in the description box. That's where you get access to behind the scenes looks, sneak peeks, first access to my journals. At the Ruby level, you get all printables from my Etsy shop. Emerald level, you get extra printables, and then there are some mail tiers as well. I'm also running my courses, my journaling courses again in October, so feel free to sign up for any of those. Just send me an email and check all the links in the description box below for ways to contact me and be part of the world of Willow Bound Journals.